Hi, it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Okay, so for today's video, it's a band I've never heard of. I'm gonna say Andy's never heard of him. Kirk, you're bound to have heard of him because you've heard of most bands out there. But we don't know what's going into. I've definitely not seen this video, so we're gonna go check it out, and we're gonna share our thoughts and feelings at the end. Let's get to it. Okay, so Kirk,
I think this is the hardcore band Jesus Piece, who are on Century Media Records. I know they've got an album coming out.
You are correct. That is their new single, Gates of Horn. That was only 2 minutes and 29 seconds long. Yeah. Wow, that was a heavy guitar tone, wasn't it? Kirk, as you've already kind of called it out, do you want to kick off with your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I've not actually heard the band in the past, but at Screen Blast Repeat, I got the press release from the Noise Cartel. They handle Century Media, and I saw an image of the band and that front man. And then obviously within 30 seconds, I'm thinking this is hardcore, violent hardcore. So that's how I put it together. My type of music. The older I get, the more I seem to listen to hardcore and metallic hardcore, not necessarily the post-hardcore stuff or the hardcore punk. It's really in that mid-tempo, even down-tempo at time, breakdowns within breakdowns, chugging riffs, weird, jagged time changes that are threats of time changes that never materialize. I love how rough the vocals are. It's like one take. It's not about singing in tune with music like this. It's about getting that rage and anger inside you, get it out. Not necessarily as a cathartic release as you would hear in post-metal. Hardcore, this is very challenging music. Do you know what it reminded me of? Did you listen to that album from that mathcore band last year, Vane FM?
No.
Oh, I recommend it. That is quite challenging as well. There's some really complex parts in that, and like this song, everything's over within 2 minutes. Love the imagery in the video. He feels that he's got a price on his head, or maybe there's paranoia there. He feels that his life's in mortal danger, like, where the knife lands against the wall, the shotgun movement at the beginning. And look how, for once, I'm going to actually analyze the camera work. love how it's just zapping around really fast and following them, and that shot where he walks through the wall where the light is inviting him through. I thought it was a really, really fascinating storyboard that they've developed there. Yeah, heavy, violent, unpredictable, some crushing riffs in there, and the vocals, one take ferocity. That's what I want. I get a bit of spontaneity, I get the extremity, and I don't know what's going to happen next, and I know it's going to be over in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
What more do you want from extreme music?
Fair enough. What about yourself, Andy? What do you think?
It's brutal, wasn't it? Yeah, like you, Kirk, I've sort of started listening to UK hardcore a lot in the last few years. My two favourite bands according to Spotify were Vendetta UK and Guilt Trip from last year. I mean, that's there's a similar vein, probably more heavier, more down-tuned, more brutal than those two bands. But you say it's Jesus Piece.
Yeah.
Terrible name. I'm you see something in a magazine or a cover mount CD, or somebody might recommend. The name is important to me for a band. I would never check these out based on the name, but I really did enjoy that. Unlike you, Kirk, I did like the video. I like the concept, but I didn't like the execution. I didn't like the manic camera work. It was too white as opposed to being sort of darker, too bright and white for me. But I like the what appeared to be the guy suffering dreams or nightmares about being, you mentioned the price when he said certainly being hunted down and killed. So I like the concept, but the actual visuals didn't really do it for me. But yeah, I'd be interested in checking out the band despite the name. But yeah, I enjoyed that. It was really good.
Okay, so it's down to me to wrap it up. It's a sort of song that once in a while I can really get behind. There is no way on earth I'd listen to an album of it, because I would just be like, it's too much. As you said, as Kirk, you said, you like that kind of, you use the word, or was it, you said work for it sort of mentality with some of these sort of things. I don't like work for it. I like groove. I like to just sort of swing it into a step. I like when I'm walking that I can keep in time with my music. I'm not keeping it. I'm going to be tripping over and falling on my ass listening to that. I have no idea how to react to that. But it was really interesting. I do like probably more of like the New York City hardcore from like the Biohazard era, Madball, that kind of stuff. So I like it, but that was more groove orientated. It wasn't as extreme as this. But I enjoyed that particular track. As far as the video, I kind of agree with both of you on this one in some part of it. I liked the video, but because it's only 2 minutes and 29 seconds, they've had to do a lot of these fast camera shots to try and tell a story. I would have probably shot a 30-second, 45-second kind of piece, setting the story up, and then done all the manic bit when the music all kicked in, because it would have flown with the music, and then done a little bit of then as it's fading, do the little bit of tail off at the end. So the video would have ended up being about 4 minutes long, but would have given you a full story piece. But I think it served the purpose and was enjoyable to watch. Would I ever check them out again? Maybe. It's the sort of thing that I would listen to like one song every so often. It's like a single. It's like, yeah, that's the single. That's when I'd listen to it. But I don't think I'd ever go and watch them live or go and listen to an album of it. It's just too much for me.
I think I'd probably be scared for my own health if I went to watch them live. It'd be a fucking bloodbath, wouldn't it? Like you said, some of those riffs. And most people who are there, if you're a seasoned hardcore fan, you go in there for the breakdowns, aren't you? For those moments to be windmilling,
kicking,
shadow boxing. It's like, fuck no thanks. I'm 40 years old now. There's no way I'd survive that.
What is it with the shadow boxing?
Oh god,
what are they?
Even worse. I've seen, like in the 90s, you even have hardcore gigs where they were in boxing gloves as well.
I wouldn't mind if they got boxing gloves on. It's less painful. Bloody hell.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm excited for that album. So, Dave, I think with an album like that, what gets it to an 8 out of 10 often when I'm reviewing it is 12 tracks. There'll probably be a couple of weird interludes in there that are influenced by, say, Aphex Twin or the post-rock of Radiohead. just to give you a palate cleanser along the way. And
Right.
then the other 8 will just be full on smacking you in the face, won't they? But yeah, that to me, I'm excited. I'll definitely be reviewing that album for Scream Blast Repeat. And I can already see, based on one song, I'd be surprised if that is not an album of the year contender.
There we go. Jesus Piece.
High praise.
High
One
praise
song, though.
from Kirk.
One song in 2 minutes. I don't know. I've just got a feeling about this.
You got an itching.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And we'll, of course, see you on another video sometime very soon. Take care.